May the Lord have mercy on us all, 'cause we're all gonna fucking die one day. And if all these sins that we've been committing cannot be forgiven, we're all fucked. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday morning, and I've decided it is the first day of summer. Don't know when the first day of summer actually is. Soon, I guess. Don't know. But it's quite enough nice outside. Oh, gosh, lovely. Beautiful day to be alive. Not to flex on anyone that's dead, but fucking cracking day to be alive. Poor, glad I didn't miss this one. Freezing in the studio, though. The summer heat, the fresh summer rays, the golden light of the big sky fireball that sits on top of the sort of dome that encapsulates the flat earth of ours. It's like a giant torch, I guess, that presumably whoever created this wild simulation is just turning on and off for a bit of a jolly. Anyway, they're doing a good job of it. I'm a fan of it. Took the dog for a walk in the park. She's a bit lazy in the morning. She just can't really be asked to get out of bed, but, you know, got to get it done, haven't you? Got to obtain that grain. You've got to fucking get after it, man. Listen, nice to be back. I enjoy my weekends, but I'm always keen to get back at it. You know, back up in this bitch. Up in this saucy little slosh pot. Come on.
Lobsters.
Fucking right. Got a good show for you today, I hope. You never know, really, until you get there. But I'm always optimistic. Always hope for the best. I do what I can. I am but a man on his own in a room doing his best. And that's all you're going to get from me, really. But God bless you.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Sluggy. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Good freaking morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Memes on Threshold.fm, on Facebook, and on Twitch, and on YouTube, and smeared across your face like wayward spunk. Hi, everyone in the chat. Who's in the house? Kipo, Funny Joe, Matt Wright, Shawnee Simpson, No Time, Stingreef, Hoy, Clarkson, George, Julian, Jenna, No Time, Stinny, same ones again. Shawnee Simpson is saying that it's winter where he is, but he's in Australia, and there's no such thing as winter in Australia because Australia doesn't exist. Hi guys, got a good show for you today. Got good stuff in the news. Also, my boy Shere Khan has made a rather hilarious little sort of noise nugget with clips of me from the show put over Mr. Happy. So that's a lot of fun. Get into that later. And also, I'd been asking people on Instagram to send me their pictures, and you could still do this, I guess, through the show, if you just email them, will@threshold.fm. Snapchat, I don't know if you know about the Snapchat, but Snapchat have released a new filter on the Snap part of the, not so much about the chat, more about the Snap, this bit, but the Snap part of it, a new filter which changes your gender, changes you from man to woman or from woman to man, depending on which of the two filters you use, with somewhat amusing consequences. And so mine makes me look 12, which is unnerving, but other people have been sending me theirs, and I plan to roast them later on in the show. So that'll be a bit of fun, be a bit of a hoot, and all such things. In terms of news nuggets today, artist spared jail for drawing penises on beer mats and leaving them in pubs. Not sure where the crime is there, but we will see. Woman finds entire loaf of crusts in packet of sliced bread. This, for some reason, has been sent to me about 15 times. Everyone really, that's what you think of Coffee and Memes. It's that, you're like, oh, this is prime fucking Coffee and Memes business. A whole loaf of crusts. Oh, perfect choice. So that's sort of our leading story of the week, I guess. You're more likely to get gonorrhea from tongue kissing than oral sex. As I've stated before, tongue kissing is well out of date. These days, it's all about eating the ass. Can you get gonorrhea from eating ass? You get all manner of business. You can get Hep C from eating ass if you eat the wrong ass. The important thing, if you're an ass eater, you know, the important thing is to make sure you're eating the right ass. And clean ass, good, wholesome ass. I know they're working on vegan ass. They say it tastes just as good, but they lie, don't they, the vegans? Credit to Hard Times for that gag. Sorry to rip it off. Man rushed to hospital after shooting himself in the penis. Vegan mum has secret recipe for dodging flu. Has intimate ingredients. Spoiler alert, it's spunk. We'll get into this couple filming sex scene in Model X Tesla, and then also Ilion reacts to it. I do like a react. Penis enlarging surgeries don't work, according to Alan Scott of the Metro. And also update on man who had a lot of ass eating already today on the show. The man who had I ass sticker on the window of his truck was arrested. There's a sort of follow-up to that as well. And this is a good one from Joe. Rage yoga is a thing. It involves swearing and booze. That does sound like my sort of thing. Also, our boy Mr. Merck. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, it's gone. Can we get it back? Ever? Yeah. Our boy Mr. Merck has done a fun bootleg of my track No Hope. So I'll give that a little rinse later. And Detective Pikachu is just on the case. Generally, you know what? Detective Pikachu and Agent Penis. Now, they would be a double act. Whoo-wee! Detective Pikachu would probably... What would his role in it be? Maybe Detective Pikachu is the kind of... He's the star detective. He's the one that, you know, brings down the big drug deals, or the terrorism, all that sort of stuff. And he's like the sort of real kind of... what would be the term? Decorated detective. But Agent Penis, he's the one. He's the one with the real now. So he really knows he just doesn't get the credit he deserves. Mainly because he's a drunk. He's a drunk renegade cop, and he's a penis. And it's just bad for PR, you know, rolling out, you know, a drunk penis. You know, to be like, oh yeah, well, we busted this, you know, gun running ring and stuff. And that's great and everything. But the guy who busted it is a drunk penis. And I mean that quite literally. I mean, not like, he's a bit of a penis, isn't he? No, an actual swollen, erect penis. So, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that. In terms of shoe throwers, interesting bits, actually. Interesting news. And I'm afraid to say that our boy Signal has very sadly suffered at the hands of what is now being known as the Padgage effect.
Padgage.
Whereas someone... also going by the name of Signal has uploaded an absolute monstrosity onto Signal's profile. Let's get into it. Skip it on a bit.
Padgage. 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 Padgage.
I just walk and play like the sickest sets. I just go nuts.
Padgage. Too much heat in one package. Too much heat. Too much heat in one package.
Anyway, that's a new release from Signal, drum and bass producer from the Netherlands. Taking a bit of a different direction there, it seems. That is on the EP Raven Beats Japan. So that is, you can get that now, available at all good stores and some bad stores.
Too much heat in one package.
Undoubtedly too much heat in that little number. Woo-wee!
Monsters.
Oh, God. Jesus. You know when music like that used to sort of be all the right? Complextro. It was the term that they used at the time. It was fun for, I don't know, 10 minutes. I guess 10 minutes, yeah. And then it's just... Whew, no good, man. No goddamn good. Oh, look, let's have a palate cleanser of digital. Oh, lovely old dreamy Amen vibes on this. Oh, and got a new bit from J Majik off J Majik's album. I had a very confusing phone call from J Majik the other day. J Majik pretending to be Goldie. I just had no idea what was going on. Thought, it's probably not Goldie, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Turned out it wasn't Goldie. Got a good story out of it though, right? Little name drop in there. Second name drop, but it sort of doubles up in a weird way. Anyway, this is Plastic Dreams by Digital. Mr. Harris on Facebook. Always happy to come and do a gig in Hanoi. Jenna Hitchmuff, you wonderful woman. Thank you very kindly. Yeah, I'll spend it on drugs, that's fine. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. Oh, Ronan's in the chat. Just living the life as a roller coaster. Shout out to Joe and the Bump. Getting that shit scanned all over today. God bless you. Bless your eyes. Jesus, this is great. Sorry to be talking over it. Camilo on Facebook, oi oi. This is great. Digital's a bad motherfucker. Plastic Dreams by Digital and the Broken Dub EP on Function. Lovely bit of gear. Oh, what a way to start a Monday morning. What a way to start the rest of your life. What a way to start the summer. Whew. I'm thinking about doing another show. Probably be a weekly, probably. Whiskey and memes. I haven't quite worked out the format, other than it'll be an evening show and I'll be drunk. I think it might be an exclusive, reserved just for the Patreon supporters only. But I'll make some special tier where it's just like £1 or £2 a month. It'll be fun. Maybe I'll make it a little bit racier. Be like Baywatch Nights. A little bit like that. Or when they used to do, what was it called? What's that shithouse Channel 4 bloody soap opera? Hollyoaks. Like they used to do late editions of Hollyoaks where people would say like dickhead and stuff. And I don't know, they'd have fights and they'd have slightly more racy storylines. Generally would involve drug addiction and, I don't know, sexual assault or something. And it would just, dreadful, absolutely dreadful. But no, whiskey and memes will not be dreadful. Well, it might be because I'll be drunk and who knows what'll happen. But it'd be quite fun. I don't know, maybe I could get a cocktail waiter or waitress, cocktail person. Keep that one gender neutral, yeah. A cocktail server. Who could bring me increasingly large and ridiculous cocktails throughout the show, and I could cover, I don't know, slightly different stuff. Postman Pat, nice. Good suggestion, Josh Williams. That would be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be good. I think any suggestions for stuff you'd like me to cover on it, I'm thinking it might be something that would be non-music, but there wouldn't be any music in it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't worked it out yet. Let me know. Patreon level whiskey of the month club. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Dressed as a giant lobster. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Hey, a big packet of inflatable lobsters arrived this morning for the night on the 25th. That is the 25th of this month, Saturday daytime. I say night, it's an all-dayer. Threshold all-dayer at the Star by Hackney Downs in London. It's free all day. Come down 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. Whoo! I'll be on the decks. There'll be a load of other Threshold DJs on the decks. Our boy Duff, Irregular Joe, Power Jen, Lady Squiffington. There'll be loads of the motherfuckers. It's all coming on. All right, come on, let's get into some freaking news. 20 minutes in. Christ. Artist spared, quote-unquote artist spared jail for drawing penises on beer mats and leaving them in pubs. All right, I'm keen to know where the crime is here. 50-year-old mystery. 50-year mystery has been solved after a pensioner appeared in court for leaving cartoons of penises and vaginas on beer mats in pubs across the West Midlands. Shit's going down in the West Midlands. John Arthur Wheeler, 75, was dubbed the Black Country Banksy. Right, Black Country Banksy for his explicit sketches that were always signed with the initials AJW. Yeah, all right, okay. He also had a thing for leaving pictures of the late opera singer Mario Lanza, and the pictures have become increasingly X-rated. One suggests that he had an 8-inch prick. Wow. Okay. Oh look, they've edited loads of them. That's really annoying. There is Mario Lanza. He says, "I love pussy," and there's a lot of sort of cats there. I, Mario, live in Volvo. I have an 8-inch prick. It says facebook.com/Mario Lanza AJW. Right. Well, I guess we're probably going to have to go and have a look at that. /Mario Lanza AJW. Page isn't available. Good stuff. Good freaking stuff. Okay, let's get back into this. But he has now been hauled before the courts for outraging public decency. Outraging public decency just sounds like the most bullshit trumped-up charges I've ever heard. As a result of the sketches and lewd calling cards that he left behind, outraging public decency effectively amounts to you've offended someone. You've committed the crime of offending. Outraging public decency as a result of the sketches and lewd calling cards that he left behind in community centres, public toilets and libraries. If you can't leave crude drawings behind in a public toilet, literally, what's the point of being alive, quite honestly? When his home was raided, police found hundreds of more graphic pictures. Prosecutor Sophie Murray said he subsequently referred to himself as a pervert. Okay, is there a picture so lewd that you could draw that it would just to keep like in your house that would be illegal? Can you draw an illegal picture? Does there such a thing exist? I don't know. If you didn't, probably. You know what? My knowledge of the law isn't great. So if anyone can let me know, is it possible to draw an illegal picture? Just a line drawing. You've only got allowed one colour, just a biro on a beer mat. Here's my stipulation. You get one beer mat, one biro. Bookie's pen, Bookie's biro. So not much ink in it. So it can't be that detailed. Is it possible to draw something illegal? Oh, it's almost certain it is. I'm regretting saying that. Wheeler from Kings Winford, West Midlands, said that he had been inspired by the works of Pablo Picasso. Yeah, they've got that sort of madness to them, I guess. Me in front of two 18-year-old girls. This is weird, man. Hi, I am Mario. After drinking 8 pints and busting for a can, like a lot of redactions here. It was like having a orgasm. Yeah. Okay. Wheeler from he said he had been inspired by Pablo Picasso. He was spared jail. Why? How? I don't. On Friday, but was told that he must not leave his house with any pictorial representations depicting naked men or women, buttocks, genitalia, or female breasts, unless they are to be exhibited in a public art exhibition. Who gets to define what is a public art exhibition? Isn't just like drawing something on a toilet wall could potentially be a public art exhibition? Wearing it on your t-shirt, could that be constituted a public art exhibition? Why does it being... It's all context, isn't it? Fucking context. You believe you have ability as an artist. That may be, but the way you have said about displaying your drawings is offensive. You regularly left lewd drawings in public houses, public stations and libraries for people to see who would not wish to see them. Well, how do you know? I personally would love to see these scattered around. These are so fucking weird. I love them. I'd like to buy one. Facebook.Mario Lanza AJW. Is that not what I put in? Look at them. So they're wild. They are truly bonkers. Mario Lanza AJW. Alright, come on. Facebook.com/Mario Lanza AJW. Mario Lanza. Sorry about this, guys. I'm sure it's going to be worth it. Go on. No, not available. Doesn't exist. That's a shame, isn't it? But anyway, I'll crack on. These are super weird. The judge added that it was not right for him to refer to himself as the Banksy of Black Country because Banksy makes drawings of public importance, attracting social comment. Well, I am giving this social comment. I think he's a genius. I think, look, there's a drawing there where he appears to be wanking on public transport, this Mario Lanza character. This is Mario Lanza, so he's an opera singer. Look at the state of this. I am Mario. I'm 30 and I live in Wolvo. I have I think that's going to say 8-inch penis. The other day, after drinking 8 pints round good old Wolvo, I was on my way back home on the bus and I was busting. And I had a really good slash all over the back seat. Back of the seat. Oh, he's pissing all over the seat in front while sat down, wearing, I guess that's a sort of like a fedora. Brilliant. He's got a little bow tie on as well. It thrilled me that much that I shot a pint of, I'm going to guess that says jizz as well. It was a good orgasm. Brilliant. That was dated as well. That was the 16th of the 11th, 2016. He said, what you were doing is drawing matters that show a perverted mind. Oh, there he is. Wow. He looks like a good old boy. I wanted to have a pint with him. I want to buy some of his work. Defending him, Graham Russell said Wheeler had achieved some renown in the community for his drawings. Mr. Russell said the drawings were inspired by Picasso, whose career also ended with sketches which art critics described as nothing more than pornographic fantasy. Well, I'd stand by his genius. He said Wheeler had been a model of frankness when interviewed by police, and he described the case as one of pity. He told the court the pensioner had never married and had no immediate surviving family and was therefore somewhat lonely and isolated. Okay, he's weirded it up now. He's got a sort of Jason mask on with blood spattered all over it, and is holding one of the beer mats. I want to buy one of the beer mats. Right, I'm going to track him down. I'll track him down during the next commercial break. Anyway, I'm impressed with his work. I think it's completely ridiculous that it is it could be construed as a crime. I think it's hilarious. But anyway, let's get on. Let's play this J Majik bit. It's called Serenity. Really nice Amen vibes today, guys. Oldie worldy Amen vibes. Great. Serenity by J Majik. Look, I found a Facebook group with people posting ones that they've found. It looks like he's still going. He's just dialed down the pornography. Oh, everyone in the chat found it way before I did. Yes, on the 25th, do bring spare shoes to throw. There will also be a shoe throwing competition out on the park outside the pub. We're currently making the trophy, which will be a golden Air Max 90. Trust me, you're going to want to win that. You get to pick your shoe thrower of choice and then hurl your footwear so you can go the furthest. Also, people in the chat seem fairly convinced that you can draw something illegal. Shame. Shame. That's Serenity by J Majik off his new album Full Circle. It's all hot bits like that on the album. It's freaking great. Freaking great. Yeah, so all right, there are some theories on this Mario Lanza AJW Facebook page. Some people, are saying that Facebook page won't even concede that there is an AJW, offering the view that the original artist may be dead. After all, the cards first appeared about 50 years ago, and as many as 4 other artists are carrying on his legacy. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. All right, talking of artists, let's get into these Snapchats. These Snapchat sex swap, gender swap photos. Where's... Oh, I don't have mine. Oh, well, it pops up in there. Anyway, here's Pauly. This is... Okay, so if you don't know, Snapchat have just released a new filter which changes if you're a man to a woman, if you're a woman to a man. With much amusement. It's mainly now social media is just pictures of guys changing theirs to girls, basically asking whether or not people would shag them. And them going around WhatsApp groups with titles like "Challenging Wank, but have a go." So here's Pauly. Pauly is a mainstay of the lobster groups. He claims to be from Australia, but as we know, Australia is not real. Oh, don't mess me around. What's all of this? No. What? Oh no, hold on. Let's try. Oh, that's very old. Tooth Fairy stuff. Let's see whether or not it'll go onto here. Oh, you are fucking kidding me, right? Okay, how am I going to do this? Oh, okay, I'll drag them into the browser. This will be fine. Okay, let's drag Pauly in. Okie dokie. There's Pauly. It would have been nice to have a picture sort of them before. Anyway, there's Pauly. I think Pauly probably complains to large companies on social media, trying to get refunds about stuff. Pauly, probably an anti-vaxxer, I think. Also, she is part of one of those multi-level marketing schemes whereby they try and recruit people to sell makeup and then get those people to recruit more people and more people and more people. Claims to be earning tens of thousands a month by doing it, but has never earned a penny out of it. Regularly beats her children. Only drinks one drink. It has like an Archer's and lemonade is the only thing she'll drink. And is very keen on her Second Amendment rights. So that's Pauly there. Harry Roberts got in touch. There's Harry. Harry has a gigantic Sports Direct mug that she drinks tea out of. I think also wears Ugg boots, but like the sort of fake Ugg boots that sort of collapse inwards on themselves. Obsessed with pumpkin spice lattes. Loves a box set. Absolutely loves a box set. Won't shut up about Game of Thrones. Likes a virtue signal on Facebook, but doesn't really do anything, has no actual real causes that she's behind or anything. Has married young, never left her hometown, and gets regular takeaways. Who else do we have? We've got Squidgy Beats. There's Squidgy Beats, sweet Jesus. Squidgy Beats has a very long neck. Really, really long. Not quite as long as Daddy Longneck on Instagram, but very long neck all the same. Shibby T is about... not Shibby T, sorry. Squidgy Beats is about 35 years old and claims that there are no good men out there, but also wears a Hogwarts jumper and has attempted to play Quidditch in the back garden. Also wears Ugg boots, but real Ugg boots. Has a phone. Their phone is in a case with all manner of stuff hanging off it. Ridiculous. And has about 15 different sets of glasses. Keen to smash the patriarchy, but not keen to get up off her ass to do it. Shibby T is here. Shibby T quite hot, actually, I will say. Shibby T looks like a female MMA fighter that's about to get tested and then accused of taking steroids. Shibby T probably goes to Boomtown, actually. I can imagine at Boomtown having some of those sort of pouches that go like round your trousers, like as if you haven't got enough pocket space for all your lighters and all your drugs and all your endless packets of Rizzlers that have been torn up to make roach out of. They're just absolutely full of that, full of like, I don't know, a couple of wraps of MDMA and more lighters that don't work. They're in there. Who else? We missed anyone? Half man, half crisps. Oh, God. Half man, half crisps. Going to a feminist poetry night. Slam poetry. Definitely wants to smash the patriarchy. Is looking for a soy boy, beta male carcass boyfriend, but secretly wants to be shagged by bodybuilders, but just doesn't want to tell anyone about it. And here's Chode Ryders. As you can see, no change there. Chode is, of course, gender neutral. As you know, gender non-conformist. He has no gender. He is just one man, one balaclava, nothing more, nothing less. God bless him. The man, the myth, the legend, Chode Ryder. Right, what else have we actually got in the bloody news? Okay, woman finds entire loaf of crusts in packet of sliced bread. Great. I don't know really whether or not it's actually worth reading. It's very clear what has happened here. She says that Tima Ganji, 41, was trying to make sarnies for her children's lunchboxes, ready for a day at school, but was baffled when she made the unusual discovery. She says, "It's not funny first thing in the morning when you have about half an hour to get the kids to school and there's no time to get another loaf," she told the BBC. Ganji, who hailing from Radcliffe-on-Trent in Nottinghamshire, continued. "It just looked like a normal loaf when we bought it. Because of the yellow packaging, you can't see properly. You can see that it's sliced, but you couldn't see that it's just all fucking crusts. I think it's a bit of fun. Toasted, cheese, nice, decent. Wouldn't fancy it just as a normal sandwich. Toast it, though. Hello, all right, cool. Then in the morning, I just wanted some toast and to make sandwiches and staring at it. I didn't fucking understand how it can happen. Like, someone's maybe playing a fucking trick on us and that. Like, I'm a bit triggered in that. I want an explanation and I want compensation. I'm looking for 38 grand. Where'd she get it from? Lidl's? Just a guess. Don't know. Does it say? No. Shame. Oh, mate, Kingsmill. I want 38 grand off of Kingsmill for this. My kids are crying now. My son's crying because he hates crusts, and this is all crust. The accent is just all over the shop. It's an outrage, actually. I think it's outrageous. It's a disgrace. It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. These supermarkets and that, and this big pharma. That's why I won't vaccinate the kids. Big Pharma, basically, they're just trying to make a pound note with full of fucking crusts. And they think that if I'm going to really get those crusts and inject them into my children, not knowing where those crusts have come from, you know, these are the same idiot. These are the same globe heads. The globe heads that try and convince us that the Earth's round. Like, it's not on. It's an outrage. There's no consideration for my Second Amendment rights. Anyway, hoping to find a way to use up all the crusts, Gennady said that she considered adding them to a meatloaf or turning them into breadcrumbs. Lovely stuff. Waste not, want not. Kingsmiller said it's looking into why Gennady's packet was full of crusts and has since posted her a more conventional loaf. That's nice, isn't it? The company said its bakeries were enclosed and would not allow for a loaf consisting solely of crusts to pass through the strict quality control process. I reckon she's making it up. Spokeswoman who also said Kingsmill was investigating to find out how this peculiar collection of crusts found its way into Mrs. Gange's shopping. I didn't make it myself, and frankly I resent the accusation. I will not be vaccinating my children. Absolutely not. I do not agree with Big Pharma, and please do not try and take my Second Amendment rights. Okay, come on, let's have... Okay, so slightly odd bit here. This is by someone called Stompz. Came up today on my release radar. It's called 1995. I can't help but feel like I've heard it somewhere before. Coming up at 11, our boy Irregular Joe is on the case. He's out of control. He's an out of control teen. No one can control him. Put him on Ritalin. Put him on report. That's a lot of fun. I like that. Can't help but feel like I've heard it somewhere before, though. Okay, look, what else have we missed out on? Look, come on, let's get into this. Hartley Parkinson, 20 shares up in this bitch. You're more likely to get gonorrhea from tongue kissing than oral sex. Farage has meltdown on Andrew Marr, accusing him of worst interview ever. Okie dokie, that'd be fun. Is Andrew Marr the one that fucking Ben Shapiro had a meltdown with as well? God, is he out there just causing mass triggering of the right wing? Researchers claim you can now catch a sexually transmitted disease. Was that Andrew Neil? Anyway, researchers claim you can catch a sexually transmitted disease through your saliva, despite NHS previously dismissing the theory. Scientists in Australia, here we go, say kissing with tongues. No one kisses with tongues anymore. It's so old. Come on, we're not 12. Says kissing with tongues could actually spread gonorrhea after discovering gay men are more likely to have it in their throat than their penis. All right, okay, that's the conclusion you come to from that. Experts at Monash University and the Melbourne Sexual Health Centre studied 3,000 gay and bisexual men from the city amid fears that super gonorrhea is resistant to medicine. Fucking Metro couldn't get their act together to post a picture of two geezers kissing. Pathetic. Pathetic, Hartley Parkinson. You should be ashamed. Shame. More than 6% had the disease in their mouths, while less than 6% had it in their anus, and 3% in the penis. The number was higher in a group of men who say that they had only kissed another man in the last 3 months without having sex. Those who had sex but did not kiss were less likely to have gonorrhea. Okay, so kissing's gone. Kissing is out. We're doing prostitute sex now, where no kissing allowed. According to the research in the journal Sexually Transmitted Infections, sounds like a fun journal, which is part of the British Medical Journal, those with more kissing partners were 46% more likely to have it compared to 35% of people who had sex. That is an absolutely negligible difference. That is, you shouldn't even report that because that is ridiculous. 11% difference is nothing. Nothing!
Look into it.
Yeah. They concluded, this also has the possibility of using spit as a lubricant. That might spread the infection from throat to anus or penis. Lovely stuff. They concluded that this meant the risk of spreading the infection was greater for kissing than performing sex. Just imagining now Richard Hartley Parkinson, Richard Hartley Parkinson of the Metro, sat there dressed. He's probably got a monocle, hasn't he? He's writing this on an old typewriter. Dressed in a three-piece tweed suit, writing the sentence, there is also the possibility that using spit as lubricant may also spread the infection from the throat to the anus or penis. Looking away, he can't even look at the page as he writes it, but he knows that he must uphold the highest standards of journalism. Using spit as a lubricant. Oh, good God. He has to go and have a lie down on a chaise long afterwards, lest he die of consumption. The researchers said previously it had generally been assumed that orophalangeal gonorrhea can only be acquired from an infected penis or anus, not from another man's throat. Hence the importance of orophylaxis. Forget it. It's been neglected in gonorrhea transmission. Our results suggest kissing with or without sex may be a risk factor for getting oral gonorrhea. So listen, young kings and queens, just watch out, yeah? Just careful, make sure you clean and polish every anus before eating it. Just get a wet wipe, and just go around it, really, a little bit inside. Sit like that, sparkly clean, fresh. You can eat your dinner off it. Maybe a little bit of Sillet Bang as well might be good. Same where before attacking a penis, and then also I think it would now be Prudent of you before tongue kissing, just to get, again, a wet wipe, possibly with some of that hand sanitizer on it. Just really the inside, pull the tongue out, hold the tongue, give that rub up and down. You can't be too careful, you know what I mean? It's earlier this year, 2 women were among the first to be diagnosed with super gonorrhea after having unprotected sexual intercourse with a man who had recently returned from Ibiza. Well, again, men who've recently returned from Ibiza, out. That's it. Sorry, guys. Don't be going to Ibiza anymore, because if you come back, people will not want to have sex with you, lest you be carrying super gonorrhea. All right, that's the Coffee and Memes public health information service for the week completed. Okay, more penis stuff. Man, 32, rushed to hospital after he shoots his own penis. Police were called to Bryan West campus in Lincoln, Nebraska, after Peter Jacobson alleged weapon fell out of his pocket. This is a short story. A man was dashed to hospital after A man was dashed to hospital after he shot himself in the penis, police say. Peter Jacobson's alleged .22 caliber gun dropped out of his pocket, hit the ground, and fired on a busy street on Wednesday, detectives believe. And the bullet hit the 32-year-old's manhood in Lincoln, Nebraska. He has had treatment in hospital to gruesome injuries to his genitals, local media reports. The man remains in a non-life-threatening condition in hospital, but has been charged with various offences. Yeah, that's rough, man. That is adding insult to injury, isn't it? Quite literally. Luke Bonke, an officer with Lincoln Police Department, said the botched shooting happened on Wednesday at around 8:45 p.m. near Bryan West Campus, a medical centre in the Irvingdale area of the town. Police believe he was simply walking the streets when the gun fell out of his pocket. Well, that's the thing, man. If you're carrying a shooter, you know, you'd want your shooter to be loaded, right? Because you don't want to have to get your shooter out and then load it, do all that sort of fanning about before then you do the shooting. So you want to make sure that your shooter is loaded. Davina McCall thinks Brits need to be more like the French when it comes to sex. Well, thanks for that, Davina McCall. Jacobson has been charged on suspicion of discharging a firearm in the city and possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited person. Oh dear, the investigation continues. In March, a 46-year-old man shot himself in the penis after his pistol fell out of his waistband in another unfortunate incident. Mark Anthony Jones was also rushed to hospital in Indiana. You got to be careful, guys. Listen, young kings. You got to be careful. If you're carrying a shooter, you're going to carry a shooter. Make sure your shooter is well. Don't carry a shooter. Actually, I'm just blanket advice now. No shooter carrying unless you are a trained member of law enforcement, or you have all the, because it always turns out with these things that they weren't meant to be carrying a shooter. There's a naughty shooter, an illegal shooter. So no illegal shooters, and then maybe you might not shoot yourself in the penis. All right, good. Well, I'm glad we've had this conversation because all too often I worry about these things. Let's have that signal bit again. God, it was awful.
Too much heat in one package. Too much heat in one package.
Poor signal. Press F for respect. Okay, look, it's the end of the show, basically. That's the long and the short of that one. It's Monday, and I think we've done pretty well. You know, I enjoyed roasting. Oh, actually, look, there's a tiny spot of listener mail to be had. Let me just dig that out from Big Shawnee. Oh, Shawnee Simpson. He's a good man. He's got tubes sticking out of him, but he'd done that put him off. So, yeah, here we go.
Send me any bollocks that you have on your mind. Send me any bollocks that you can find. Even if that bollocks that you have on your brain is totally fucking insane.
No, thank you so much. Hello, welcome to Listener Mail. Send me the bollocks that you have on your brain to will@threshold.fm. Sean Simpson says, hi, Will. Been doing some clearing up and came across old flyers from the highest of highlights of my DJing career. Being the local support for Andy C, Shimon and D-Bridge at one party. Nice name dropping, Shawnee Simpson. Not only a highlight for me, a lowlight. I made the most rookie faux pas and looked like a chump. I played before Andy and I played Skittles. Probably not a good idea to play the headliner's massive track. My idea, this has got an idea. My idea, you've probably got many up-and-coming DJs that listen to the show. Have a segment where they mail in embarrassing things they've done, because we've all done something dumb. Let's laugh it off as a group of lobos. I can think of many times I've seen the DJ stop the wrong TT, wrong turntable. I'm sure everyone's got a story. Sean, I do feel like I might have done this before. Maybe did I do it on Rankins Records? Because on the first Rankins Records, I told the story of... Yeah, it did, but I think we could definitely do it again. On the first Rankins Records, I told my most embarrassing DJ story, which is one of my first public performances where I just absolutely butchered a mix because I didn't know how to DJ and I ended up hiding in a cupboard. This was in front of the whole school. Well, it's on YouTube if you want to search for it. It's too long a story to tell it again. But I'd convinced myself that I played Hard House. It was weird. Anyway, look, that is a good idea, Sean Simpson. Anyone wants to get in touch and tell me of will@threshold.fm. Tell me your embarrassing DJ, or I'll just open it up to rave in general. Your embarrassing rave stories. I would love to hear them, and I would love to read them out on the show. You can send them in, and I can redact your name if you so wish. But, just man or woman up to it, and just come clean. It'll be very healing. It will be incredible, healing, causing wellness and spirituality, and we can apply some essential oils to our perfectly bleached anuses and all just take on the healing. Yes. Okay, look, just time to shout out the VIP list. These are a fine bunch of humans that are supporting this show financially and helping me keep this crazy train on track. And which, sometimes it's tricky, but God knows someone's got to do it. It's Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, the BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glazer, James Barry, Dave Johnson, Hendo Bartendo, Ladies Griffin, Dylan, the Manus Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, a guy with no STDs, Justin Mercer, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphries, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Pope, Dark Progressive Psytrance is actually superior to drum and bass, Nicholas Lawsey, Damon Reynolds, Chris Breaks, The Build, Carissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, Daniel Jeremy, Flaxis, Alexander Cassidy, Matt Wright, Dylan Lord, Grant Sullivan, not that, Tom Robinson, subscribe on YouTube, Greg Cornford, Grace Sellers, Dab Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Mr. Happy, the German trance overlord of D&B, Ranky makes uplifting vocal Psytrance on the alias Cosmic Waft, keep it cool tool in the motor pool, but don't let you meet life. Nick Brock, Mustang Felly, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Sam House, and Hugh motherfucking Downer. Right, cheers for listening, guys. Hang around on threshold.fm for Irregular Joe with the Mezzanine Show. He's an okay dude, all things considered, but I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 for more coffee and more memes. More of this mad bastard work that we've come to love. All right, love you all. See you tomorrow. God bless you. Bless your eyes. Just more blessings. All of the